I just now got out of rehab. I just now got out of ER. I'm not doing no more time away from my kids.
Being a child star isn't always as glamorous as it's cracked up to be. Which child star arrest shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Shia LaBeouf. As a kid, Shia LaBeouf was best known for his role in Even Stevens.
Cool belt!
Yeah, this little thing. You can't have it, Beans. It's a big boy belt.
But little did people know that he was held in jail for the first time when he was 9 years old, after stealing a pair of Nikes. He was held for 6 hours.
What did you do to my stomach?
Oh, don't freak out. It's a bruise.
But his first serious arrest happened in 2007 when he tried to stab his neighbor and spent 2 days in jail. In the same year, he was arrested again after refusing to leave the Chicago Walgreens store in the middle of the night.
I'm trying to calm this homeless man down in the middle of Times Square, and he don't want nothing to do with me, but I'm not giving up.
Since then, he's been arrested at least half a dozen other times, most notably in 2014, when he drunkenly shouted obscenities during a Broadway performance of Cabaret.
A person tells me there's another party outside, and I'm thinking, oh, well, okay. And I see 6 cops having their own party. Anyways, they wound up taking me to the station.
Number 9, Misha Barton. Back in the day, Misha Barton was the it girl of 2003. But going into adulthood, she got herself into several controversies, including her DUI arrest in 2007. She was driving under the influence in West Hollywood, and as a result, she was given a 36 months probation along with a fine and alcohol education classes. She revealed that the arrest was her wake-up call and a low point in her life, as she never thought she'd be arrested in her life. She was so embarrassed, she didn't even want to leave her house.
Figured I should probably just stay home and rest in case, it's West Nile or something.
Number 8, Orlando Brown. You probably remember Orlando Brown from That's So Raven, but do you remember his complicated legal history?
You know what this means? Every man for himself.
Following a public altercation with his girlfriend, he was charged in 2016 for domestic battery, obstruction of justice, and drug possession with intent to sell. He was arrested several more times in 2018 for domestic battery, drug possession, and even burglary.
Me being free after being locked behind bars for no reason and being set up, I can't dedicate another 90 days of being monitored.
In the latter instance, he was caught breaking into a restaurant owned by his longtime friend Danny Boy and attempting to change the locks. Boy called the cops, and Brown ended up in jail on a $13,000 bail. Number 7, Tatum ONeal. At the age of 10, Tatum ONeal was the youngest person ever to win a competitive Academy Award.
Well, then if you ain't my pa, I want my $200.
However, she had an extremely difficult childhood, which she's attributed to her parents' alleged drug use. After her divorce in 1994 from tennis player John McEnroe, she developed her own addiction. In 2008, she was arrested on suspicion of buying drugs on the streets of New York City. She spent a night in jail after claiming she was only doing research for one of her future roles. She later changed her story and said that she'd relapsed, and that the arrest saved her.
Addiction is a disease. It is not a moral affliction. And we have to know that, because in America right now, we have a lot of addiction.
Number 6, Haley Joel Osment. Haley Joel Osment got his breakthrough role as Forrest Jr. in the classic Forrest Gump movie.
I want to tell you I love you.
I love you too, Daddy.
It was an instant claim to fame, and one that gave him a sneak peek into the Hollywood lifestyle at a young age. But in 2006, things took a dark turn, as Osment was charged with 3 misdemeanors, one of which included driving under the influence. His blood alcohol content was double the legal limit, which resulted in him crashing his car. He was also charged for marijuana possession and driving under the age of 21 while intoxicated. Number 5, Bug Hall. This little rascal became a big rascal. Bug Hall is best known for his shenanigans as Alfalfa in Little Rascals.
You are so beautiful to me.
But to the Texas police, Bug, whose real name is Brandon, is also known for allegedly huffing. In case you're not familiar with the lingo, huffing involves inhaling fumes from household substances, and it's extremely dangerous. Bug was arrested in 2020 after police were called to the scene for possible poisoning over huffing by the dumpster. However, since then, it looks like Bug has been keeping a low profile and hasn't caused any other scenes, at least as far as we know. Number 4, Mitchell Mouso. Yep, that's right, our very own Oliver Oken from Hannah Montana was arrested for drunken driving in 2011, when he was still underage.
I need a kick drum, a guitar now, and a bass line, and I'ma show you how.
He was 20 years old when he failed to slow down when approaching an intersection and was pulled over by police. He failed a field sobriety test as his blood alcohol content was reported to be over the .08 limit. This seemed to have been Mitchell's only demeanor.
Wow, Jeremy, you're already getting ready to fend off the alien invasion?
There's an alien invasion?
He got several roles after his arrest, so it's safe to say that it didn't seem to affect his career too much, but he is extremely lucky he didn't have or cause an accident. Number 3, Macaulay Culkin. The Home Alone star had a very public spiral from his childhood stardom into a very hectic 20s and beyond.
Only a wimp would be hiding under a bed. And I can't be a wimp. I'm the man of the house.
In 2004, Culkin's mugshot was all over the news. He was charged with marijuana and possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. In later years, he often seemed to look frail, and rumors of substance abuse started to spread. However, Culkin has said that he's cleaned up his act, calling recreational drugs, quote, old friends that he outgrew.
Hey Google, add aftershave to my shopping list. Hey Google, remind me to clean these sheets later.
Okay, I'll remind you.
In 2021, he welcomed his first child with Brenda Song, another popular actress that grew to fame from being a child star. Number 2, Amanda Bynes.
Hello, people. I'm Penelope Taint, Amanda's #1 fan, please. I have my own Amanda website, www.amandaplease.com.
Speaking of public spirals, people started to notice that the Amanda Show star was experiencing one of her own when she started posting a series of extremely odd tweets. The first time Bynes was arrested in 2012, she was driving under the influence and hit a stopped police car. 4 days later, she hit another car and fled the scene. A couple of months later, she was charged with a DUI and asked President Obama on Twitter to fire the cop that arrested her before hitting another car a few months later.
What's wrong, Daddy? Why did you pull the car over?
The following year, she was hit with drug charges and detained after allegedly lighting a fire in a stranger's driveway. Before we unveil our #1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Jake Lloyd, arrested in 2015 after leading police officers on a high-speed chase. David Faustino, arrested in 2007 for possessing pot. Lalaine, arrested in 2017 for felony possession. Kyle Massey, arrested in 2021 for immoral communication with a minor. Number 1, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan has had plenty of run-ins with the law over the years. From DUIs to drug charges, she's no stranger to getting arrested. Her first arrest happened in 2007 when she was charged with driving under the influence and possession of drugs.
No, listen to me. You're not listening to me. Oh no, it was coming up again. Word vomit. No, wait a minute.
What is this?
Actual vomit.
A couple of months later, it happened again. In August of that year, she spent 1 day in jail and had to do 10 days of community service. In November, she spent another 84 minutes in jail but was released due to overcrowding. Since then, she's been involved in numerous other run-ins with the law, including for stealing a necklace worth $2,500.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just have a lot of stuff, but I'm so preoccupied. And look, I really have to go.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.